Pickwick, sir.
What is it, sir?
There's a letter for you, sir. Special delivery.
Oh.
By hand. From Mr. Wardle, I wouldn't be surprised.
If you wouldn't be surprised, Sam, then it is so. Bless my soul. An invitation to spend Christmas at Dingley Dell. What do you think of that, Sam?
Same as I thought of it last year, sir, and a year before that. They're having the pleasure of having a fine gentleman to stay, and you're having the pleasure of seeing your old acquaintances again.
Friends, Sam, friends, not acquaintances. Wardles, Snodgrass, Winkle, Tupman.
Yeah. Sounds like a reunion of your old Pickwick Club, doesn't it, Governor? Yeah. Apart from them being trussed up to the Wardle ladies now. Matrimonially speaking, of course.
But loyal friends still, Sam. Just
Yeah.
as you and Mary have been to me these past years.
Ah, it's been a pleasure, Governor.
And what better time than Christmas for us all to be together again, eh?
Yeah, that's the first time I ever met you, Governor.
That's right, it was.
Yeah. You and my Mary on the same Christmas, eh? Two better presents a simple boot-black of a genius never received, sir. Christmas Eve it was, Governor.
That's right.
Christmas Eve at the old George and Vulture. Yeah.
Christmas Eve was the day we met, Sam. That was a day I shan't forget. The George and Vulture.
That's right, sir.
It was Christmas Eve.
What a night, sir.
Christmas Eve at the George and Vulture. That's when it all began, Sam. That's when it all began.
Christmas, Christmas, Christmas.
with cranberry and very sad when it ends. Roses full of the chestnuts, chestnuts in the fire. That's what is our for Christmas. Every pretty poppet I know, kissing me under the mistletoe. Once they are there, they just can't say no. That's what I like this Christmas time, to hear every church bell nearly chime. Peace and goodwill, all the world seem right. That's what I like for Christmas. Merry Christmas! Merry Christmas, gentlemen. Thank you. For you,
Oh,
Winkle.
my word! Oh, how wonderful!
Oh, Mr. Pickwick, sir, your generosity is overwhelming.
Oh,
Most generous, sir, most generous. A thrilling gift.
The complete works of Lord Byron, and with a personal inscription from someone as famous and important as yourself. Oh, I shall treasure it indeed, dear sir.
Count Snodgrass, we mustn't bracket fame with importance, and particularly self-importance. Sit down, please, sit down. Fame, gentlemen, is dear to the heart of every man. Poetic fame is dear to the heart of my friend Snodgrass. Fame of conquest is equally dear to my friend Tupman. The desire for earning fame in the sports of the field, the air, and the water is uppermost in the breast of my friend Winkle. I will not deny that I am influenced by human passions, human feelings,
Here, sir.
possibly by human weaknesses. No. But this I will say, gentlemen, this I will say. If ever the fire of self-importance should break out in my bosom, then the desire to benefit the human race in preference effectively quenches it. Thank you very much. Yes, Mary?
Begging your pardon, Mr. Pickwick, sir. It's the Rochester coach arriving with the Wardle family.
Oh, thank you. The Wardle daughters, gentlemen. Pretty girls. Fetching young ladies. Enough to turn the head of the susceptible bachelor, eh, Tupman? Or stir the heart of a poet, eh, Snodgrass?
Oh, well,
Or challenge the predatory instincts of the sportsman, eh, Winkle? But not, gentlemen, not enough to deflect the true Pickwickian from his duty and loyalty to the highest principles of the Pickwick Club. Bachelors we are, and bachelors we must remain, to the sound of the last trump.
there, quickly, come along.
Joe! Oh, damn that boy. He's gone to sleep again. Be good enough to pinch him, sir. In the leg, if you please. Nothing else wakes him. Thank you. Undo the luggage, Joe.
Wardle! Pickwick! My dear old Willie Wardle. And how are you, sir? Oh,
Well, I'm glad to see you well. Very glad I am, to be sure. Oh, my daughter, Mr. Pickwick. My gals, these are. Emily.
Willie.
Isabella.
Hello.
And this is my sister, Miss Rachel Wardle.
Miss Rachel.
She's a miss, she is. Yet she ain't a miss, eh, sir? I hope I'm not late for the club meeting.
Not all, sir. And may I introduce you, sir, and your lady, sir, to the other members of the Pickwick Club. Picture, if you can, a highly sensitive man with the soul of a poet and with long flowing hair, a unique way of dressing that is well
Debonair.
debonair to say the least, for the world is seldom graced with a gentleman as polished and refined as he, a man of culture and
Good taste.
good taste. That's Snodgrass, that's Snodgrass, beyond the shadow of a doubt. That's Snodgrass, as delicate and gentle as a man can be, Augustus Hilary Snodgrass.
That's me.
Picture, if you can, a most susceptible man whose romantic emotions never seem to be spared, but whose love of the lady still remains
Unimpaired.
unimpaired, to say the least. Give him just one tiny shove, and he'd fall with all the ardor of a moonstruck youth, because he loves to be
In love.
in love. That's Tupman, that's Tupman, beyond the shadow of a doubt, that's Tupman, as near to precious painting as a man can be. Tracy Pennimus Tupman.
That's me.
Picture, if you can, a most adventurous man, with the heart of a lion and the strength of a bear, and a cool kind of courage that is well.
Very rare.
Very rare, to say the least, for it isn't every day that you come across a sportsman quite as fine as he, the very essence of
Fair play.
fair play. That's Winkle, beyond the shadow of a doubt, that's Winkle, as sporting and as dashing as a man can be, Nathaniel Herbert Winkle.
That's me.
What about our German himself? You say so as a bachelor, I have survived.
Picture, if you can, a shy, intelligent man. Very few have an intellect as sparkling as his. Some may doubt that his genius is great, but it is, oh, it is, to say the least. And his praises we shall see. We are proud to be acquainted with a great, great man. A man's a prince, a duke, a king. A king, that's Pickwick, that's Pickwick. Beyond a shadow of a doubt, that's Pickwick. As civilized and splendid as a man can be. Samuel Willoughby Pickwick.
That's me.
We are the satellites
I am the hub of their eminent society, the Pickwick Club, the Pickwick
Standing about and you all frozen and famished. James, prepare a nice steaming toddy for Mr. Wardle. I trust that's your inclination, Mr. Wardle, sir.
You know my taste, Mrs. Bardell.
Oh, Mr. Pickwick, this way, sir. Come on, Georgie. This way, ladies.
Tally ho! Is that little Vixen old Wardle's daughter? Emily.
Those eyes, my God, Tupman, those limpid violet eyes. I'm trapped, sir.
Oh, and Rachel, devil take me, Snodgrass, what a bust!
Haven't had the pleasure, gentlemen. Alfred Jingle, gentleman of leisure. Travelled down with the ladies there.
Oh, indeed, sir, indeed.
Splendid club, yours, sir, much to my liking. A poet, sir?
Oh, no, my friend Mr. Snodgrass has a strong poetic turn.
I have a little poem here.
So have I. Epic poem. 10,000 lines, Revolution of July. Composed it on the spot.
Good gracious.
Sportsman, sir?
No, my friend Mr. Winkle.
A little, sir.
Splendid, sir. Splendid. A dog, sir?
Not just now.
Oh, you should keep dogs. Fine animals. Sagacious creatures. There was a dog of my own once. Pointer. Surprising instinct. Out shooting one day. Entering enclosure. Whistled dog. Dog stopped. Whistled again. Called him. Ponto, Ponto. Wouldn't move. Dog. Transfixed. Staring at a board. I looked up and saw an inscription. A gamekeeper has orders to shoot all dogs found in this enclosure. Wouldn't pass it. Amazing dog, that. Valuable animal. Very. A friend of the ladies, are you, sir?
No, my friend Mr. Tupman.
Well, a little, sir.
Rachel. Emily. Isabella. Fine girls, sir. Fine girls. English girls, not so fine as Spanish.
What?
Noble creatures. Jet hair, black eyes, lovely forms. Oh, beautiful creatures, very.
You have been in Spain, sir?
Lived there ages.
Many conquests, sir?
Conquests. Thousands. High-born Spanish ladies, hot-blooded. Take my word for it, gentlemen. A little flair, courage, imagination. There's no battle can't be won. Simple matter. Very. I'm a bit of a character, quite a character, name about the jingle. 26 and single, more than willing to mingle. All the ladies love me, strictly entre nous. The ladies all admit that I'm a bit of a character too.
But about your conquests, sir?
Conquests. Ah! Seville millionaires, born Buenos Aires, loved me with consuming passion, not unusual, quite the fashion, wanted to be from a husband who was terribly nice. Must have broken her heart when we had to part, but we couldn't agree on the price. I'm a bit of a character, quite a character, name of Alfred Jingle, 26 and single, more than willing to mingle. All the ladies love me and strictly entre nous. The ladies all admit that I'm a bit of a character too.
He's a bit of a character, quite a character, name of Alfred Jingle, 26 and single, more than willing to mingle. All the ladies love him, strictly entre nous. The ladies all admit that he's a Romeo on expertise, a bit of a devil,
A hell of a devil!
on any level,
On every level.
a hell of a devil on every level,
A bit of a character too.
Olé!
So nice to see Mr. Wardle and the girls again, Mr. Pickwick.
Yes.
And now, Mr. Pickwick, what about breakfast?
Chops, I thought, Mrs. Bardell. Chops and tomato sauce.
Chops and tomato sauce. Capital dish. Name of jingle, sir. Alfred, at your service.
Pickwick, Samuel.
Pickwick. Of the Pickwick Club, sir.
You've heard of us, sir?
Travelled down in the coach with Member Wardle, sir. Interesting discourse. Member Snodgrass Winkle Tupman. Celebrated club, sir. Honoured name, Pickwick. Very.
You remain here, sir?
Here? No, not I, but you'll do well enough. Oh, it's a nice house, good beds. Next house, very dear. £half-crown in the bill if you look at the waiter. Rum fellows, very.
Indeed. Will you allow me to offer a slight mark of my esteem by begging a favour of your company at dinner?
Great honour, sir. And not presume to dictate, but broiled fowl and mushrooms, capital notion. What time?
We see. It is now 3. Shall we say 5?
Suit me excellently. 5 precisely. Till then, care of yourself.
Capital fellow.
Roast fowl and mushrooms, indeed. He'll get what he's given. Not that I mind putting myself out for you, Mr. Pickwick. If chops and tomato sauce is your fancy, I'll prepare them with my own hands. Mary! When you finish, pop upstairs, make sure Mr. Pickwick's chambers is all nice and tidy for him. And make sure his bed's aired.
How very solicitous you are, Mrs. Bardell.
Ever your humble servant, Mr. Pickwick.
Thank you.
Do tell me more about your experiences, sir.
Delighted, Mr.
Mind
Thompson.
them lamps goes up straight.
What's going forward, my man?
Ball in aid of charity. Suit you by the look of your clothes.
As a matter of fact, 'tis this very evening, sir.
Yeah, tickets at the bar, half a guinea each. For them as has got it.
I can almost hear the company now, sir. The fiddler's tuning. Now the harp. There we
Yeah,
go.
I know you, Alfred Jingle, out of work play actor. Who you trying to take now, mate? Oh, whoa there, girl. Now, where might you be off to?
That's my business, Sam Weller, and you can mind yours.
Oh, mind my business, eh? That's rich, isn't it? As the man said when he opened his pork pie and found it full of fat. Supposing I make you my business gal, eh? Hello, hello. Whoa, fancy meeting you here then.
Did you say something? Or is the wind blowing a Christmas carol on that great big fat licorice nose of yours?
Oh, that face. That avaricious vision. Them eyes. Them limpid orbs. Oh, that form divine. Oh, that lissome step. Light-footed like a fairy in a cabbage patch, ain't you?
Cool!
Yeah. I don't half know what I'd like to give you for Christmas, my gal.
You couldn't give me anything on a bootblack's wage.
I ain't gonna be a bootblack all my life. I got aspirations, you know. I'm gonna be a valet. I'm gonna be a gentleman's gentleman.
You can't half talk, mate.
Yeah, I can talk, gal.
Oh, talk on then, mate. Talk never pop no taters in the oven.
No, but it helped to blow up a good hot fire to roast 'em by, didn't it, eh? 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 Bet I could teach you a thing or two when it came to that, eh? Experience, my gal. That's what counts. Experience. Every day you learn a little something.
Learn a little something new.
One day it may be the ABC.
Next day say that 1 and 1 are 2 and not 3.
Every day you learn another lesson.
Learn another lesson now.
However clever you may be your knowledge great or small, the best in school,
Or just a fool.
no one knows it all. 'Cause every day the world's a little different.
Things are changing every way.
And there's no one yet been born or met who deny it's true to say. We learn a little something every day. Every day you learn a little something.
Learn a little something more.
One day it may be some fancy tricks.
Next day the 2 and 2 make 4 and not 6.
Every day you gain a grain of knowledge.
College days are here to stay.
And there's no one yet been born, I'll bet, who denies it's true to say. We learn a little something every day. You and me, rainy though we may be, we learn a little something every day.
Many fine women you find in this town, sir?
Oh, splendid. Capital. Well, it's Kent, sir. Everybody knows Kent. Apples, cherries, hops and women. Glass of wine, sir?
I should be delighted, sir.
Ray of the sun. Through the buttonhole. No heel taps.
Oh, dear. And I should like to go to the ball, sir. Would you?
Should indeed. Should indeed. Nothing to go in.
What?
Odd, ain't it? Brown paper parcel here, that's all. Other luggage gone by water. Packing cases nailed up big as houses. Heavy, heavy. Damned heavy.
Well, sir, now I should be delighted to arrange a change of apparel for you to go to the ball. But, well, sir, you are rather slim, whilst I am...
Rather fat. Very. Oh, never, sir, never.
Well, look, I was about to observe that though my apparel would be too large for you, a jacket of my friend Mr. Snodgrass might fit you very well indeed.
Just the thing.
Well, he will be wearing his Pickwick Club jacket, as will the rest of us, so I'm sure he'd be more than delighted to be of service, sir.
Capital idea. Splendid. Damned odd situation. 14 coats in the packing case is forced to wear another man's. Good notion, that. Very.
We must pay for our tickets.
No sense in splitting the guinea. Toss you who shall pay for both. I'll call you Spin.
Oh, yes. Right.
Heads, heads. Bewitching heads. I can almost see you and Miss Wardle at the dance now, sir. Dancing. Oh, romantic picture. Very.
of dancing, eh, Willie? That's better. Would drink your punch, Wardle. You're very edgy tonight.
It's my sister Rachel, you know. Forever telling all and sundry how much is worth. First bright prospector that comes along, the reliever of the lot. Joe! Joe! Now keep an eye on Miss Rachel. Stay awake, damn you, and keep an eye on her. She's straight ahead.
It's all right for you, Wardle. I've got 3 of them to keep an eye on.
Sister, sir?
Club members, sir. Sworn bachelors, but highly susceptible gentlemen.
Even so, Pickwick. They are gentlemen, nevertheless. And my gals are ladies.
And gentlemen are gentlemen, and ladies are ladies. Yes. Excuse me.
I simply love cub hunting.
Oh, yes, indeed. Adorable little creatures, so fluffy and full of fun.
The cry of the hounds, Mr. Winkle, sets my skin tingle.
Oh, indeed, yes, Miss Isabella. I know exactly what you mean.
It's so frightfully exciting to course a hare.
Absolutely thrilling, Miss Isabella.
What?
Miss Isabella was just extolling the glories of the hunt, sir.
Oh, very good. Nothing like violent exercise for the young and healthy, eh? Huh? Nothing like punch for the more mature. Watch it!
The brave old plant in its lonely days shall fatten upon the past, for the stateliest building man can raise is the ivy's food at last. The creeping on where time has been, a rare and old plant is the ivy green.
I think your verse charming, Mr. Snodgrass.
Thank you, Miss Emily.
But do you write nothing of a more exciting nature?
Well, I do happen to have another example of my work here. Can I view thee panting, lying on my stomach without sighing? Can I, unmoved, see thee dying on a log, expiring from...
Snodgrass!
Oh, yes. Oh, Pickwick, yes.
Mr. Snodgrass was just reading me some of his verse.
The ivy green, Pickwick.
We see it don't cling too long, eh? What?
Sir.
See.
Oh, your digits are irresistible. Will you permit me?
Mr. Topman, do you not think that my dear nieces are far prettier?
I would if the rat were not here, and I dazzled by her brilliance.
Oh, you naughty, naughty man.
Naughty as is naughty does.
Little beyond naughty doings, old Tuppy, I should imagine. And as for Miss Rachel, rich though she may be, a better argument for bachelordom I've yet to perceive. Hey, keep awake, boy. Keep awake. Keep an eye on your charge.
If only their complexions were a little better.
Oh, I'm hypnotized by the dazzling white alabaster of their impregnable arms.
Oh, you quiz. But I know what you were going to say.
You do? Then whisper those sweet, surrendering words into my eager ears.
You're going to say that you don't think that Isabella's stooping is as bad as Emily's boldness.
Miss Wardle, compared to your nieces, you're like an angel with wings of crimson flame. I am tinder to your fire. Burn me, madam. Oh, Master Wardle! Master Wardle!
Stop it!
Oh, ah!
Fat boy will tell brother, pursuit not advisable.
Oh, but what am I to do?
What suspicion? Pay attention to niece Isabella. I shall pretend to pursue Rachel. Put everybody on the wrong scent.
My dear fellow, what a splendid idea. How can I ever repay you?
Lend me £5.
£5. Oh, dear, I only have 10.
That will do beautifully. It's Rachel. Miss Wardle. Forgive the intrusion. Short acquaintance, no time for ceremony. Must tell you bad news. Tupman only wants you for your money.
He wants me.
No, your money.
Oh, the wretch.
Worse than that, loves another.
Another? Who? Who?
Short girl, blonde hair, Isabella.
Oh, it can't be. I won't believe it.
Watch him.
I will.
Watch his looks.
I will.
His whispers.
I will.
You'll stand next to her.
Let him.
You'll flatter her.
Let him.
You'll pay her every possible attention.
Let him.
And he'll cut you.
Cut me, will he?
Miss Wardle, don't you realize? You need somebody who loves you for yourself.
Yes.
Your character.
Yes.
Your beauty.
Yes.
Your money would mean nothing to somebody who really loved you.
Yes. But who, for instance?
Me.
Oh, Mr. Jingle, sir.
There's something about you
What can it be?
to cause this pounding sound I hear whenever you're near to me. Is it the rich, cool color of your eyes, or the bewitching way in which they hypnotize me? There's something about you.
This much I know.
Money could never buy that kind of glow. Whatever your magic may be, I can never be without you, for there's something about you for me. There's something about you.
What can it be?
I look at you and see a land of fable and fantasy. Is it the wealth of wisdom in your smile, or just the stealthy way in which your smile beguiles me? There's something about you.
This I can see.
Diamonds could never have
Sparkle like me.
whatever your magic may be. I can never be without you, for there's something about you for me.
There's something about you. What can it be?
All right.
Good evening.
Yeah, and a good morning by the look of it.
Who are you?
Samuel Weller, sir.
Your face is familiar.
Yeah, it's been around a lot, sir. As the fat lady said when she undone her corset. You like that, sir?
That's damn good. That's the fat lady said.
Here, let me give you an hand. Let me hand. I'll help you up the stairs, sir.
I like that.
You all right,
Oh, I've had a glass or two, you know.
Yeah. Oh, it's an amiable weakness, sir. As the man said who defended the man who hit his wife with a poker as he got drunk, sir.
That's a lot of asses, sir.
Yeah, I know. This is a lot of stairs, sir. Oh, there we are. You all right?
There's something about you.
It's your room, sir. Here, let me help you with your coat, sir.
Oh, that's terribly kind of you.
All right, sir.
There's
This
something
here.
about you.
I'll do it. I'll do it. It's all right. Leave it to me. Take
Oh.
it.
Oh, you know, I could do with a servant, son.
That's the very prudentest resolution you could have come to, sir. You need someone to look after you when your judgment goes a-visiting, sir. And between you and me and the bedpost, Samuel Weller is the right man for the job.
How's your present situation?
It's not as good as yours, sir. What's the wages?
£12 a year.
Clothes?
2 suits.
Work?
To attend upon myself and other honourable members of the Pickwick Club.
I'm let, and the terms is agreed upon.
You accept the situation?
With alacrity, sir.
You can get a character.
I am a character, sir. You just ask the landlady of the White Hart about that, sir. And if she lies, ask the landlady of the Bell Savage.
Oh.
And if she's dumb, ask the landlady of the King's Head, the Queen's Arms, the leg of mutton, the 7 stars, the 3 bottles, the 2 partridges.
What is this?
There's only one Sam Weller, sir.
Oh.
I'll bet you've never met a fella like me, sir. Clever as a monkey up a banyan tree, sir. Any problem, you name it. Just aim it at little old me. Never in all your born days, never in all your be. Have you ever met a fella like young Sam Weller? No, you never met a fella like me. I can tell you stories that'll make you smile. I know bags of barmaids that are well worthwhile. Down the Strand, there's a tavern called the Pretty Pickle. Play your cards right, barmaid likes a bit to slap and tickle. I know every barmaid out to Notting Hill.
Yeah?
Yeah. Lots of barmaids won't, but a lot more will. For the thrill of being well informed, well, you can plainly see. It pays to know an influential fella like me. Oh no, you've never met a fella like me, sir. Clever and as nippy as a circus flea, sir. Any problem, you name it, just blame it on little old me. Quick as a flash, I'll fix it, quick as the eye can see. 'Cause you never met a fella like young Sam Weller. No, you never met a fella like me.
Just a minute, Sam. I think there's something you ought to know, sir.
What's that, sir?
I'll bet you never met a fella like me, Sam. Clever sort of fella with a brains of three, Sam. Brain as big as my belly, intelligent to a degree. People who hardly know me readily all agree that they never met a fella like me, Sam. Well, I know they never met a fella like me. I have secrets many men would not impart.
Come on, tell us, sir.
London's horse best route to know them all by heart.
Oh, you wicked old devil.
People say it's amazing. Can't they what the fuss is?
No, no, can I?
I just have this talent for remembering the buses.
That's pretty marvellous, sir.
I know every bus stop out of Kentish Town.
Do you really, sir?
People ask me how.
How?
Well, I wrote them down. Oh, the crown of wisdom fits me well. How fine it is to be. How worthwhile thinking educated fella like me. It's true you never met a fella like me, Sam. Clever sort of fella with a PhD, Sam.
What's that, sir?
FD. It stands for Pickwickian Horticultural Diploma.
Oh.
Intellectual, discerning, and burning with learning, that's me. Why don't we just admit it, modest though we may be, that you never met a fella like me, Sam? Well, I know you never ever met a clever fella like me.
Lovely, sir.
Sam Weller, you're hired.
Oh, thank you, sir. At last, I'm a gentleman's gentleman.
I shall make the suitable arrangements immediately.
Thank you, sir.
Mind you, Mrs. Bardell's a little short of staff, isn't she?
Yes, sir.
Think she's likely to let you leave your present situation?
I don't know, sir.
I shall have to handle this matter very diplomatically, Sam.
Yes, sir. She's a bit of a stickler, sir, but still, there's no one can handle her no better than what you can, sir. You all right?
It went down the wrong way.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's all right.
You all right, sir?
I'm all right.
Good.
How'll I go about asking Mrs. Bardell?
I don't know, sir.
She might not want to let you go, you know.
No.
I've got it. I've got it. You sit down here,
Yeah?
and you be Mrs. Bardell, right?
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Oh, right, yeah.
Mrs. Bardell,
Yes, sir.
about your man Weller.
Oh, a very pertinacious and altogether charming young chap, sir.
She's hardly likely to say that, is she? Let's start again. Mrs. Bardell,
Yes, sir.
do you think I might find it a greater expense to keep two people than to keep one?
Oh, no, sir.
In that case, Mrs. Bardell.
Mister!
Mrs. Bardell.
Breakfast, sir. Chops and tomato sauce. Thank you, Weller. You know I don't like tradesmen in me gentlemen's bedchambers, if you don't mind.
Yes.
Yes, sir. Just as you ordered, sir. As ever, sir. Always at your service. Yours sincerely, Mrs. Bardell.
Thank you. Mrs. Bardell.
Yes, sir.
Do you think I might find it a greater expense to keep two people than to keep one?
Oh, Mr. Pickwick, what a question.
What's your feeling, madam?
Very tender, Mr. Pickwick.
Yes, but what about the expense, though?
Oh, it depends if it's a saving and careful person.
That's very true, yes. Well, the person I have in my eye, I think, possesses these qualities.
Oh, sir.
No doubt you think it's strange now, and I haven't mentioned this matter to you before.
Oh, bachelor gentlemen have their funny little ways, sir.
Quite, yes. And what is your conclusion, madam?
Oh, I think you're very kind, Mr. Pickwick.
It'll cause you a good deal of trouble, though, won't it?
I never give any thought to the trouble, sir. And, in course, I shall take more trouble than ever to please you then, sir.
How considerate you are, Mrs. Bartell.
Oh, no, it's you who are considerate, Mr. Pickwick.
It is agreed between us, then, is it?
Oh, yes, it is, sir. Yes.
I'm much relieved and deeply grateful.
Oh, no, it's I who have to be relieved and grateful, sir.
No. I deeply appreciate your understanding. A man cannot live forever on his own, doing for himself.
I'll do for you, sir. It'll be one long duet together, just like our musical evenings. Only, of course, so much more time to practice.
Oh.
Shall we start now, sir?
Oh.
Oh, please, Mr. Pickwick, just once, you know it's your favourite. Look into your heart.
Oh, I see. Oh, yes. Gee. Look into your heart, and what you see, you must believe. Know what's in your heart. Don't wear your heart upon your sleeve. Life is a game, seldom the same. Who knows what's in store? We don't keep the score. Search into your heart, for in your heart you'll find the truth. Truth as rare as fame, as bright as flame, as sweet as youth. Yours to use or refuse, only you can choose. Just look into your heart. Look into your heart. Look into your heart. And when you do, you must believe what you see. Know your heart.
What's in your heart?
Every part.
Don't wear your heart.
Know it well, for there's a lot to see there. Life is a game, seldom the same. Who knows what's in store? We don't keep the score. Search into your heart, for in your heart you'll find the truth.
That is where the truth is true.
As rare as fame, as bright as flame, as sweet as youth. Yours to use or refuse, only you can choose. Just look into your heart.
Oh, my lovely man. My dear, good, lovely man. It'll be chops and tomato sauce for you forever on the house. Oh, Mr. Pickwick. Oh, I hoped you would.
Hey, that's my mum. Oh, get off
Oh,
my mum, will
It's
you?
all right, Georgie. Uncle Samuel's not hurting, Mummy. Go away,
Oh,
dear.
my mum, get off my mum.
Go on.
Hey, just a moment. Come on, get out of it. Well,
Yes.
wait.
Oh.
He's murdered me, mum. He's
Shut up.
murdered me.
Shut up. Oh, that's torn it, Governor.
Pray explain yourself.
Oh, yes, Mrs. Barton and I were just...
I take it, sir, that Madam was overwhelmed with having to carry that heavy tray up all them stairs. Why she will do it, I do not know. But how very kind of you, sir, to convey it to your bed and administer salvolatile artificial desperation and other revivalist methods.
Oh, yes.
Master Walden!
What is it, Joe?
They've gone off. They've gone right clean off.
Who's gone?
Master Jingle and Miss Rachel. They go in a carriage to the Blue Line at Eatansville. I was there, but I couldn't stop them.
Why not?
Because I was asleep. I ran up to tell you, they're below.
Well, get ahead, they carry him directly. Pickwick, we must go after them.
And I paid his expenses. He had £10 off me at the ball.
And he's got my coat.
We must hunt them down.
On to the What extraordinary character that fella Jingle was, eh?
Yeah. They're all the same, them play actors, though, ain't they? They're a funny bunch, you know.
I'll never forget that chase to Eatanswill. What a dance he led us, Sam.
Yeah. I think you was doing a post-horn gallop the way your carriage went over in that ditch.
We were desperate men, Sam.
Yeah.
Desperate men. Though I must say, Miss Rachel's determination to marry Jingle almost equalled Wardle's to stop her.
Yeah.
Poor deluded woman.
Yeah. Ever there was such a thing. Still, it come out all right in the end, didn't it?
Yeah.
As the man said after his baby had swallowed a button. Hey, you got swallowed up in the world of politics and all, didn't you?
That's right, I did, yes.
Yeah.
The Eatanswill by-election.
That's right.
Yes. Now, let me see. I remember it very well. Samuel Slumkey versus,
Rachel Fiske.
Rachel Fiske. Yes, I remember it well.
Yeah.
What a commotion there was, Sam.
Oh, yeah.
Eh?
Eatanswill is on the map this morning. Freemen's hopes are firmly fixed on us. Boxing Day's a handy date on which to choose a candidate, and we shall do so with the maximum fuss. There'll be a hell of an election, in the air a smell of an election. It'll be a difficult selection, knowing who to choose. We'll have a difficult decision, we'll have to make a good decision. For if we make the wrong decision, we're the man we choose. In the long run, we're the ones who lose. Vote for Slumkey, vote for Slumkey. Samuel Slumkey is a landed country gent. Beats his children, hates his mother, makes the poor pay enormous rent. Samuel Slumkey's just a man for Parliament. Vote for Biscuit, vote for Biscuit. Horace Biscuit is too rich to work at home. Cheats in business, keeps the mistress, always drunk at the cat at home. Horace Biscuit should do well around my home. Eatanswill will show the way this morning. We'll make sure the better man gets in. Slumkey may depend on his skin. Biscuit's wife will vote for Biscuit. One thing's certain, someone's going to win. There'll be a hell of an election. Biscuit, yeah, a hell of an election. Biscuit will be a difficult selection. Going to choose. We'll have a difficult decision. We'll have to make a decision. For every difficult decision, we're the man to choose. In the long run, we're the ones who lose. Vote for Slumkey! Vote for Biscuit! Slumkey! Biscuit! Slumkey! Biscuit! There'll be a hell of an election. Biscuit, yeah, a hell of an election. Biscuit will be a difficult
Hold on. You see, I've had a look at the boots outside all the rooms.
And?
Well, there's a pair of brogues outside 6. There's Hessians outside 13. A pair of halves in the commercial. There's a pair of painted tops in the snuggery inside the bar. 5 pair of tops in the coffee room.
Nothing more?
Well, there is a pair of Wellingtons, a good deal worn, outside number 5, alongside a pair of ladies' shoes.
What kind of shoes?
Country made.
Any maker's name?
Browns.
Where of?
Muggleton.
It's them, by heavens, we've found them.
Wait a minute. Them Wellingtons has just been across to Doctor's Commons to get a marriage licence.
I hope we're in time. Come, Sam, show us the place.
This is the way, sir. Here we go.
You can't come in here, sir.
Can't come in, why not?
We're full up. Are the gentlemen blue? We're expecting the Honourable Samuel Slumpke, the parliamentary candidate.
I see. And you know Mr. Slumpke well, do you?
No, I haven't actually had the pleasure of meeting him,
Oh,
sir.
then it's a good idea, because here he is, Mr. Slumpke.
Oh, Your Honour, I
Yes.
didn't know it was you, sir.
Just come
Please,
in.
enter my
All
ears.
right, it's all right. Mr. Slumpke,
Thank
get
you
in.
for telling me,
That's
thank
quite
you.
all right. It's all right, Mr. Slumpke.
Oh, that's the Honourable Samuel Slumpke, our parliamentary candidate. Staying in my inn, eh?
Just up here, sir.
Is it?
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah. This is it, yeah.
Is this the room?
Yeah, that's it, sir.
This is the room, Waddle.
In we go, Pickwick. You're a nice rascal, aren't you?
Caution's a caution. Action for damage is defamation of character.
How dare you drag my sister from my house?
Well said. You may well ask, Doctor. How dare, say, how dare?
Are you talking to me?
How do you do? Your turn, Waddle.
Pickwick, I'll have this fellow prosecuted, indicted. I'll ruin him. And you, Rachel, at a time of life when you ought to know better. What do you mean by running away with a vagabond, disgracing your family, and making yourself miserable? Get on your bonnet and come home. Sam,
Sir.
get a hackney coach directly.
Right, sir.
And tell the landlord to bring Miss Rachel's bill.
Right, sir.
Get on your bonnet.
Do nothing of the kind. Leave the room, sir. You have no business here. Lady's free to make up her own mind. More than 1 and 20.
More than 1 and 20? More than 1 and 40?
I ain't.
You are? You're 50 if you're an hour.
She's fainted. I'll get a glass of water.
A glass of water? Get a bucket of water and throw it all over her.
Oh.
It'll do her good, and she richly deserves it. Come, Pickwick. I'll carry her downstairs.
You will do nothing of the kind, sir. I'll call me an officer.
Stay, consider, sir. Consider, sir.
I will not consider the lady as her own mistress. See who dares to take her away, unless she so wishes it.
I do not wish it. I don't wish it.
We're in a very awkward situation, Wardle. We have no control of this lady's actions. I warned you before we came. The most we could hope for was a compromise. Leave it to me. Mr. Kingle, sir, would you step in the other room with us for a moment, please? In the other room there. Now then, my dear sir, between you and me, we know that you've only run off with this lady for the sake of her money.
How dare you say a thing like that, sir?
Don't expostulate, sir. I merely said between you and me, we know. We are both men of the world, and we know. Huh? Now, don't you think that £50 at liberty would be far better than Miss Wardle here and expectation?
No.
No? Oh, 60? 70? What then?
Won't do, sir.
Damn it, sir, tell me what will do.
Expensive business. Money out of pocket. Let me see now. Posting, £9 license, £4 compensation, many more pounds breach of honour, loss of lady, hard to bear. Have no wish to be offensive, but feel slightly apprehensive that the recompense will prove expensive, very.
Jingle, how could he be such a villain, sir?
Simple matter. Very. Life's a challenge, can't deny it. Always try to profit by it. My philosophy of life is short but merry. It's a toy for us to play with like a dream to end the day with, and there's little you can't get away with, very.
Beats me how the devil you persuade these foolish women to listen to you.
My dear sir! If a lady needs persuasion, there's a rule for each occasion. One that not whichever one is necessary. If she's childish, give her candy. If she's nervous, give her brandy. If she's easy, well, of course, that's handy, very.
Say 100, sir.
And 20.
My dear sir!
Oh, let's give it to him and get him out of here. I'll attend to Rachel. Rachel, pull yourself together.
Pray don't think me bold or brash, sir. Afraid I must insist on cash, sir. For to me a sovereign's not unlike a cherry. Why Why take one when there are plenty? Take 100, sir, and 20, and be on your way. Subitamente. Very. Oh, there's the wedding license. Get the name altered. 2 for Tuppy. The ladies all admit that I'm a Romeo of expertise. I'm a bit of a devil on every level.
And a bit of a character, too. Sure. Well, I got rid of him. The last we'll see of Mr. Jingle.
Oh, stop blubbering, Rachel. Come on, we're going home.
Let me assist you, madam. There's a dreadful mob outside, you know.
Slumkey's your man.
Here is the Honourable Slumkey, our parliamentary candidate. Just a moment. My name's not Stumpy. My name's Pickwick, Samuel Pickwick. You made a terrible mistake. Friends, dear friends, may I say I'm not a politician, a single-minded, silver-tongued magician whose words, fine words, could charm the very birds from the trees with ease. Please, dear friends, though I may not be the world's physician, by nature I'm of modest disposition. Suppose you chose, instead of men like those, men like these, and these, men who want a world that's fine and free. Men like Nelson, Wellington, and Drake, and me.
Pickwick, sir. There's a gentleman here with a letter for you.
A letter?
Yeah, it's a writ.
A writ?
Yeah, asking for a breach of promise.
Breach of promise?
Yeah, Mrs. Bardell.
Mrs. Bardell?
Yeah, damages £1,500.
£1,500!
What's the first case?
Bardell versus Pickwick, sir. Breach of promise.
Which is which?
Martha Bardell, represented by her solicitors Dodson and Fogg.
Pickwick?
Samuel Pickwick, sir. A retired gentleman of independent means.
Who is for the plaintiff?
I am, my lord. Sergeant Bugfug.
I appear for the defendant, my lord.
Sergeant Buzzfuzz for the plaintiff, for the defendant, Sergeant Snubbin.
You may proceed, Sergeant Buzzfuzz. Hang on. Gentlemen, as you have heard, this is an action for breach of promise of marriage in which the damages are laid at £1,500. My client, gentlemen, is an unimpeachable female, which I will shortly place before you in this box. She is, gentlemen, a widow. Some time before his death, the late Mr. Bardell stamped his likeness upon a little boy. With this little boy, Mrs. Bardell took up the challenging gauntlet that a hard world throws down before widowed ladies with young to raise and care for, and took on the onerous duties of manageress of what had been and still remained so until the advent of a certain party, a decent hostelry. There, in the saloon bar window, she placed a written placard which read, "Chambers furnished for single gentlemen." Did it remain there long? No. The serpent was on the watch. In 3 days, gentlemen, a being erect upon 2 legs and bearing all outward semblance of a man and not of a monster, called loudly at the ever-open door of the George and Vulture. He inquired within, he took the chambers, and the very next day he entered into possession of them. That man was Pickwick. Pickwick, the defendant. Silence in court. Gentlemen, I am in a position to prove to you, to prove to you, on the testimony of 3 of his friends, very unwilling witnesses, gentlemen, oh, very unwilling witnesses, that on that day he was discovered by them on a bench, holding the plaintiff in his arms and smothering her with his caresses and endearments. No, One word more. 2 letters have passed between these parties, letters which are admitted to be in the handwriting of the defendant, but they are not eloquent, fervent, open epistles. They are sly, covert, underhand communications. Let me read the first one to you. Dear Mrs. B, I shall not be home until tomorrow. Slow coach. And follows a very remarkable expression. Do not trouble yourself about the warming pan. Now let me read a second letter to you. Dear Mrs. B, chops and tomato sauce. Yours, Pickwick. Great heavens! Chops and tomato sauce. Is the happiness of a sympathetic and confiding woman to be trifled away by such shallow artifices as these? Going to tell me, Mr. Weller, that you saw nothing of this fainting on the part of the plaintiff into the arms of the defendant, which you've heard described by these witnesses?
Certainly not. I was outside in the passage until they called me in.
You were outside in the passage, and you saw nothing of what was going before.
No.
Have you a pair of eyes?
Yeah, I got a pair of eyes. That's just it, though, isn't it? If they'd been patent double million magnifying gas microscopes of extra power, I might be able to see through a flight of stairs and a deal door. But being as they're just ordinary eyes, you see, my vision's limited.
And now, sir. Would you be good enough to tell his lordship and the jury your name, as you will?
Winkle, sir.
What's your Christian name?
Nathaniel, sir.
Daniel. Any other name?
Nathaniel, sir. My lord, I mean.
Nathaniel Daniel or Daniel Nathaniel?
Well, only Nathaniel, my lord. Not Daniel at all.
Well, what did you tell me it was for, then, sir?
Mr. Winkle has a very short memory, as no doubt we shall prove before we have done with him, I dare say. Now, Mr. Snodgrass, you say the plaintiff appeared to have fainted away. Did the defendant say anything?
Well, I heard him call Mrs. Bardell a good creature, and I heard him ask her to compose herself for what a situation it was if anyone should come, or words to that effect.
Now, will you not swear that what Pickwick actually said was, "You are a good creature, my dear Mrs. Bardell. Compose yourself to this situation, for to this situation you must come," or words to that effect?
Well, the impression on my mind...
The jury is not interested in your impressions, Mr. Snodgrass. Will you not swear that what Pickwick did not actually use the phrase that I have quoted? Do I understand that?
No, I will not. I mean...
No, he will not, and you may stand down, sir. Heavy damages, gentlemen, are the only punishment with which you can visit him, and the only recompense that you can award to my client. And it is to you, the jury, to a conscientious, to a disparaging, to a contemplative, sympathetic, to a jury of her own civilized countrymen that she now appeals. That concludes the case for the plaintiff, my lord.
For the defense, my lord.
In summing up this scandalous case, I feel it my duty to point out to the jury that if Mrs. Bardell is right, then Mr. Pickwick is wrong. And if you believe the evidence you have heard, well, then you'll believe it. And if you don't, well, then you won't. And that, gentlemen of the jury, is my personal opinion of this dreadful man, Pickwick.
Gentlemen, have you all agreed upon your verdict? What do you mean? Do you find for the plaintiff or for the defendant? For the plaintiff. With what damages? £750.
British justice has prevailed. Innocent men are often jailed, but the system's never failed. I will not pay. to tell me that all these poor people live in these wretched dungeons?
All debtors, sir. All horribly in debt. All of them.
But live down here?
Live down here and dies down here very often, too. Move over, new chum coming up. Come on.
Hey, wait a minute. Where are you putting my gentleman?
In here.
What about this, then? Now, what can you do for us in the way of a nice room?
Sam, I cannot allow you to do this.
Nothing you can do about it, Sam.
Here's a nice room, young gentleman.
Thank you. I thought there'd be one. Yeah, where is it?
There we are.
All right, that's not bad.
You wouldn't get a better room in the Farringdon Hotel, would you?
No, never mind that. I'll just get the hamper in now, sir.
Your hand, Sam.
Help the poor debtors. Mr. Pickwick, sir.
Yes?
It's Mr. Jingle.
Why, bless my soul, so it is. Give me your hand.
No, I'd rather not, sir.
Nonsense, come along, lean on me.
Oh, thank you, sir. Oh, not too fast, sir. The legs are weak and the head's queer. Round and round, earthquakey sort of feeling. Very.
What brings you here, Mr. Jingle?
Oh, it's an unfortunate business, sir. It's a paltry debt. It's most embarrassing, very.
Sit down, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Sam, pour Mr. Jingle a drink.
Oh, no, sir. No, I couldn't get it down, sir. I lived on a pair of boots for a whole fortnight and a silk umbrella with the ivory handle. A week.
Hate them?
I pawned them, sir.
Huh.
They are, sir.
Here we are, drink this.
Here's a bottle.
No, it had choked me, sir.
Weak stomach.
Strong conscience.
Oh.
Mr. Pickwick, I've not led a blameless life. Not exactly. I'm an ungrateful dog. Childish to cry, but I can't help it. I've suffered much.
Try a chop.
No, I don't deserve it, Mr. Pickwick.
Damn it, sir, if everyone got what he deserved and nothing more, we'd all be in the fleet for the rest of our lives.
Convince me, sir.
Take the cheese.
Try the chop.
Take them both, sir. And give these other poor unfortunates something.
Would anybody like to go? Hey, wait a minute! Hey, steady on! No, come out of it! Get out of it! Leave some for me! What about Mr. Pickwick? Come on, get out of it! Look at that! Good gracious! That's nice, isn't it?
Well, Sam, it seems to me we'll have to make the best of things.
Sir, for a gentleman in your estate, this is downright ridiculous.
Sam, it's a matter of principle.
Oh, principle be damned, sir. What you got left out your principles, there's nothing in there.
I think there is just a little wine left, Mr. Pickwick.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Jingle.
It's a crying shame, Governor, it is honestly. You're just going to have to learn how to talk your way out of things, you know. For instance, if you're walking, say, down St. Martin's Lane and you see a shilling sparkling in the rain, of course you pick it up for some poor blind beggar's cup. But if the law should see you do it, then the game is up. You'd have to talk your way out of it. Talk your way out of it. Talk around about it. But talk or you'll be dead as muck. Talk your way out of it. Talk your way out of it. Talk around about it. But talk. Now, talking with a top, that's conversation. Talking with a barmaid, that's chat. Talking with a policeman, that's evidence. One false move and that's that. Now, if you're stepping out in St. James's Park with some sweet young widow ready for a lark, she asks you home to tea. Then a knock comes at the door. Her husband's very much alive and 6 foot 3 or 4. You'd have to talk your way over it. Talk your way over it. Talk around about it. But talk or he'd make mincemeat of you. Talk your way out of it. Talk your way out of it. Talk around about it. But talk. But conversation nowadays ain't what it used to be. People say 6 words and start to get monotonous.
Thank the Lord that England still has raconteurs the likes of me, who can talk the hind legs off an hippopotamus. From the ratters in the sewers to the gilded master brewers, from the dustman to the noble Duke of York, there is no one in this city, from the Queen to this young pitty, not a soul to whom Sam Weller couldn't talk. Talking with a sport, that's entertainment. Talking with a lawyer, that's cash. Talking with a bailiff, that's suicide. Out you go with a crash. If you're standing, say, in Coventry Street, and by chance you meet the law out on its beat, and if the law should ask, why you want at home in bed, and why you reek of liquor and you're standing on your head, you'd have to talk. Talk your way out of it. Talk. Talk your way out of it. Talk. Talk your way out of it. Just say it's false about it. Talk. Talk your way out of it. Talk your way out of it. Talk your way out of it. But talk. So talk. Talk your way out of it. Talk. Talk your way out of it. Talk. Talk around about it. Talk can get you out of trouble and into business and earn you double whatever you got before you went and took the trouble to learn to talk. Get you out of trouble and talk. Business and earn you double and talk. Got before you ever took the trouble to learn to talk. To talk. To talk. To talk. Talk your way out of it.
Blimey, it's Mrs. Bardell.
Look, it's that nasty old man again.
Hey, get out there.
Mr. Pickwick, how can you ever forgive me?
What are you doing here, Mrs. Bardell?
Oh, I'm telling you, one and all, I've been fed upon and cast in here for not paying me legal debts to that thieving Dodson and Fogg pair. It was them that put me up to it, you know, Mr. Pickwick.
Oh. Sam.
Sir.
You know, Sam, I feel myself responsible for Mrs. Bardell's incarceration in this place.
No.
I do indeed. If I'd paid my debts, this poor innocent widow lady and her brat would never...
Innocent?
Brat, madam. Brat.
You're right, he is a brat. Go on, Georgie, go and sit down.
What I meant to say was this, Mrs. Bardell.
No, Mr. Pickwick is entirely
Mrs. Bardell,
right.
please.
No, anything you say,
Please,
Mr.
Mrs. Bardell.
No, it's my pleasure entirely.
Silence, woman!
Oh, sir. Oh, how thrilling. I never knew you had a violent side to you.
Mrs. Bardell, I wish to make amends to you.
Oh, sir.
I intend to pay your paltry debts.
Oh, no, that's the way you should,
Don't stop him, Mum. You're quite right, sir, quite right.
I shall pay your paltry debts too, Mr. Jingle.
Release that gentleman.
On whose authority?
On this authority, sir, the authority of Dodson.
And this, the authority of Fogg.
You are free, sir, free as a bird.
Free as air.
We have sacrificed ourselves,
Sacrifice?
Sir. Well, yes, in a manner of speaking. We have become engaged.
What?
Engaged to 3 heiresses, the adorable Wardle ladies.
But what about the principles of the club? What about the principles of the club?
But damn it, sir, we did it for you.
That's not the point of blundering, blathering, bumbling nincompoops.
Thank you very much, sir.
But don't you realize, sir, that on the strength of our engagement, we have jointly raised the funds to purchase your freedom from Messrs. Dodson and Fogg?
To save you from yourself, sir.
Yes.
Damn and blasted gentlemen, I don't wish to be saved. It's a matter of principle.
I'm sorry, sir, but I'm afraid you got no choice. It's illegal to stay in prison once your debts are paid.
Is that true?
Absolutely.
Mr. Pickwick.
In that case, I have no option. Well, I shall pay these poor unfortunates' debts as well.
Picture, if you can, a shy, intelligent man. Very few have an intellect as sparkling as his. Some may doubt that his genius is great, but it is, so it is to say the least. And his praises we shall sing. We are proud to be acquainted with a great, great man, the prince. A king, that's Pickwick. That's Pickwick. Beyond the shadow of a doubt, that's Pickwick. As civilized and splendid as a man can be. Samuel Willoughby Pickwick, that's he. They were idealists.
of the Pickwick Club.
Come on, Mr. Pickwick, God bless you.
And you will continue to let puppets to single gentlemen, ma'am?
Oh, yes, and I shall see that they stay single, too. Of course, I'll look after those as I take a fancy to.
Or vice versa. Eh, ma'am? Heartwarming prospect. Very.
Oh.
Pickwick Club is dissolved, gentlemen. Completely dissolved. My world would be a beautiful place where we would weave such wonderful dreams. My world would wear a smile on its face like the man in the moon has when the moon beams. If I rule the world, every man would say the world was his friend. There'd be happiness that no man could end. Oh, my friend, but if I ruled the world, every hand would be held up high. There'd be sunshine in everyone's sky. If the day
Well, wait for me, Governor.
Sam! I thought you'd left me too.
No, I could never do that, could I, sir?
No.
You're my gentleman, and I'm your gentleman, ain't we, sir? It's a sort of a permanent engagement, as the spinster barmaid said to the septuagenarian tippler. Come on, sir, let's go home.
Yes.